Hello and welcome back to Tash Naturally Pilates. I am Tash and today we have abs and oblique workout. So you won't need any equipment, just you and your mat and maybe a bottle of water. We will be getting into those deep core stabilizers as well as those superficial ones, the abs that we see on the outside. So you will be feeling a deep burn, but remember to take breaks when you need to take breaks, but also push yourself. Okay, so enough talk from me, let's get into it. So we're going to start on all fours and we're just going to start with cat-cows. So your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, hip width apart. Okay, we're going to exhale. We're going to round into the spine, chin to chest here. And then as you inhale, you're going to arch, you're going to look to the ceiling and just allow your stomach to be soft. It's about the only time in Pilates that I will allow your stomach to just rest. And exhale, round, chin to chest, draw those shoulder blades apart. And then inhale, arch, look to the ceiling, allow your shoulder blades to kiss. So flexion and extension of the spine here. Really important in today's workout. And also just getting the blood flowing through to all the joints in our body. Remember to focus on your breathing here. And it's important that you focus on your breathing throughout this class. We tend to hold our breath in abdominal work, so it's important that you don't do that. We're going to go for 3 more and then we're going to get straight stuck into it. Let's go for 2. Let's go for 1 more wherever you are, either flex or extend, and then come back to that neutral position. Okay, we stay in this position, but this time I want you to tuck your toes. We're going to come to knee hovers to start. So inhale to prepare on the exhale, gentle knee hover. So knees lift off the mat just slightly, and then inhale, lower them back down gently. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So you're using your core to lift your knees. Your knees are not leading the way, it's your core, okay? You're going to feel this in your shoulders. You're going to feel this in your core. Maybe you might even feel this in your quads. Important, focus on your breath. Exhale, gentle knee hover. Inhale, lower back down. Now notice that I haven't dropped my neck. My neck has stayed in line with your spine. I'm pressing all of my weight into my palms to make sure I'm not sinking into my shoulders. Core does not relax here at all. We're going to go for 4. We're going to start to add. Let's go in 3. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold that knee hover? Hold. We're going to go for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you step your right leg behind you and then your left? You're in a high plank position. I'm just going to move a little bit onto my mat. You're in a high plank position. Then you're going to bring your right knee underneath your hip and then your left. You're going to lower back down. Exhale, lift, knee hover. Step 1 foot back and then the other. Whatever foot steps back first is the leg that comes bent first. Okay, I hope that made sense. So left leg will go behind, then right. Left leg will come bent and then the right and lower back down. And right and then left. So you're alternating which leg leads first. Now, if you would like to advance this even more, leave out the lowering down to the knees, okay? So your knees are going to be at that hover the whole time. They're going to step back. They're going to come back in. They're going to stay at that hover. You're just alternating which legs lead the way behind you. Still keeping that core connection. We're going to go for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Step 1 foot back and then the other. High plank position. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Woo. Can you drop your bum a little bit lower? Okay, hold, but not too low. I don't want you arching into the spine. Core's engaged. Don't drop the neck. You're here for 4. We're going to start to add. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. Can you press back pike? Okay, so you're going to lift your hips. So your lower abdominals are lifting your hips up to the ceiling. Your heels do not touch the ground at all. As you come into that pike, I want you to look to your feet. And inhale, ripple through the spine, high plank position. Okay? And exhale, pike. Look to the feet. Lift those hips up with those low abdominals. Inhale, come back, high plank position. Slow and controlled. You're not here for much longer. If you need to come to your forearms, you can, but you'll look something like this. Okay? Your range of motion in the pike won't be so big. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Woo, starting to sweat. Last one, come to that high plank position. Next time we pike the hips up. Okay, we're going to tap opposite hand, opposite ankle. So right hand, left ankle, come back to that high plank position. Pike, cross, opposite hand, opposite ankle. And cross. Woo, feeling it. Cross, don't let those heels drop. They stay lifted off of the mat the whole time. Cross, really reach your hand to your ankle. As you reach your hand to your ankle, can you lift your hips a little bit higher to the sky? You'll feel it even more in those abdominals. My hands are sweating, so they're slipping on this mat. We're going to go for 4, so that's only 2 on each side. Last 3, you're looking so strong. Last 2. Last 1, come back to that high plank position. Hold it there, hold. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there, don't hate me. Right knee is going to come in towards the chest, step it back. Left knee comes in towards the chest, step it back. So it's a really slow mountain climber. This burns more than the fast version. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. Drop the knees, press back, child's pose. Quick little rest. Drop your forehead down towards the mat. Make sure your glutes are on your heels. Take a moment to catch your breath. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Wonderful stuff. Ripple through the spine. Come all the way up, and I want you to come down onto your left forearm. Okay, I apologize for my hair if it gets into my face. So, come down to your left forearm. Your left elbow is in line with your left shoulder. Okay, you can either bend this bottom leg, extend the top leg long. Okay, I'm just going to scoot a little bit more off my mat. That is an easier version. If you would like to advance this, you're going to set the bottom leg behind the top. Okay, side plank. So we're going to start. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to lift the hips up. Inhale, we're going to lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. If you want to advance this even more, your arm's going to reach, this top arm's going to reach up to the ceiling. Now remember, you're moving from the waist, you're not moving from your shoulder. Okay, so if you start to move from your shoulder, you're going to start to feel it in the shoulder. We don't want that. We want to work the waist. We want to work the obliques. Wonderful. Looking so good. Okay, let's go for 4. Don't close your chest to the mat, okay? Open it up. Open your chest towards me. Let's go for 4. We're going to start to add. If you're comfy here, stay here. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, we're going to hold it up in that high plank. Now this top arm, we're going to thread it underneath the bottom. Look at that hand the whole time. Lift it all the way back up. And thread that needle. And lift it all the way up. Keep those hips high. Keep that waist lifted. Keep that left side lifted. We're going to go for 4. Last 3, and then we'll come onto our backs after this. Last 2. Last one, hold it up. Hold that weight lifted. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1, tiny pulses. You're only here for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Load all the way back down. Zigzag the legs. And you're going to lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. You're going to bend it over to the right, and you're going to bend into your right arm. Look underneath your left armpit. Just make sure both of your glutes are grounded onto the mat. Don't let them lift. Feeling the stretch all along that left side. And inhale, come over to the middle. Turn around. Come to lie all the way on your back. Okay, so we're moving quite quickly through each exercise. It is only 10 minutes, so push yourself, okay? I'm proud of you for showing up today. Okay, bring one leg into tabletop and then the other. Imprint your entire spine. If this is too much pressure with the legs with a gap, connect the knees, connect the feet. Hands come behind the head. Inhale to begin. Exhale, curl up and forward. Inhale, release down. Exhale, curl up and forward. Inhale, release down. Remember that peach underneath the chin, okay? So I like to look just above my knees or to the ceiling. That helps me maintain that space. Elbows are wide. Don't draw them in towards each other. I say this all the time. Your abdominals are doing the work, not your elbows. I see you. We're going to go for 4. We're going to start to add. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. Last one, hold it up, hold. We're going to tap. Right toes down to the mat, lift. Left toes down to the mat, lift. Lower head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, lift, head, neck, and shoulders, tap. Right toes, and then left toes. And lower all the way back down. Alternating toe taps. Make sure you're moving from the hip. Okay, you're not bending at the knee. Woo. Really working into those lower abdominals here. If it's too much with the head, neck, and shoulders lifted, lower them onto the mat. Listen to your body. I say this in every class, but it is so important. Once you've learned to listen, you can't avoid the noise. Woo. Okay, let's go for 3 more. We're going to start to add. Last 2. Last 1. Give me one more tap. Bring it up. Hold it there. Hold, hold, hold. Now, can you extend your right leg long? Bend it in. Extend your left leg long. Bend it in. So only extend it as far as you can without your lower spine lifting. Ooh. Hold it there. Hold, hold, hold. Remember, you can take that head to rest on the mat if it's too much lifted. We're going to go for 4. We're going to start to add. Last 3. Draw your abdominals in. Don't let them dome. Last 2. Last 1. Now next time your leg extends, we're going to twist. Left elbow to right knee as your left leg extends. And alternate. So right elbow to left knee as your right leg extends. So bicycles. Ooh, but I want you to take this slow. Super slow, okay? When we rush it, it's not as effective as that super intense, slow, controlled movement. And I want you to focus on bringing your elbow to your knee rather than your knee to your elbow. Ooh, it's getting tough. We're going to go for 4. We're going to go for 3. We're going to go for 2. And last 1. Hike the knees in towards the chest. You've got a 5-second rest here. We're going to go back to those bicycles, but we're going to add. Okay, hands come behind the head, legs in tabletop. We're going to curl up and forward. Okay, extend your right leg. Connect your right elbow to your left knee. When you do so, your right leg is going to lift up to the ceiling. Point your foot, lower it back down. When it lowers back down, we're going to alternate. We're going to switch. Left elbow, right knee. Lift your left toes up towards the ceiling. Lower them back down. When they do, twist. And alternating. So now, right elbow, left knee. Lift your right toes up to the ceiling. Lower them back down. Lift, lower. And change, lift, lower, and change. You've only got 10 more like that. You've got this. Woo. Breathe through that pain. We're going to go for 5. Woo. Let's go for 4. Last 3. We've got side plank after this and then you're done. Last 2. And last 1. And hike it all the way in. Ooh, 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 ooh. You can rock from side to side, just massage that lower spine. Onto the mat for a quick second. And then you're slowly going to come up and we're going to turn around. And now we're going to come up to the right forearm. We're going to do that side plank. And then you will be free. Okay, so right elbow under your right shoulder. Remember, you can bend that bottom leg and you can extend the top. That's the easier version. If you would like to advance this bottom leg is going to step behind the top leg. Okay, let's begin. Let's just rest the hips down. Hands going to come onto the hip. Inhale here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. If it gets too much with the neck, just look to your bottom hand. Okay? If you want to advance this, lift this top arm up to the sky. Lift, lower. Movement's coming from the waist, not the shoulder. We're going to go for 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold your hips up? Hold. This top arm, we're going to thread it underneath the bottom. Look to your fingertips the whole time. Your eye line, ooh, getting choked by my necklace. Your eye line is following your top hand the whole time. Ooh, thread it under. Lift it up. Thread it under. Don't let those hips drop. We're going to go for 4 more. It's your final 3. It's your final 2. It's your final 1. Can you keep those hips lifted? Hold. We're going to go for 5. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last one. Lower it all the way back down. Zigzag the legs. Woo. Place this left hand onto the mat. Reach your left arm, your right arm, sorry, up and over to the left. Look underneath your armpit. Ooh. Mermaid stretch. Just doesn't get better than this. Inhale here. Exhale. We're just going to do a quick little stretch and then you'll be free. So we're going to turn around, all 4 position. Okay, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Untuck your toes. Inhale, we're going to reach left fingertips up to the ceiling. As you exhale, you're going to thread it underneath the right. You're going to rest your left cheek onto the mat. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale, thread it under. Make sure you're not moving back with your hips. You're just lifting up. Sorry, my hair, I apologize. And load all the way back down. Wonderful. 1 more like this. Lift it up. And exhale down. And bring that hand back onto the mat. Other side, we're going to reach. Right fingertips up to the ceiling. Open up that chest. Exhale. Thread it underneath. Repeat. Inhale. Reach. Fingertips up. Exhale. Thread it under. 2 more. Reach it up. 1 last one. Reach it all the way up. Thread it under. And then bring that hand back onto the mat. Sit all the way back onto your heels and have an absolutely amazing day. Well done. See you soon.